right here on FS1.
It's senior day at Colorado State. Final home game for a class that has given fans inside Canvas Stadium a whole lot to cheer about. Rams are bowl eligible for the first time since 2017. They still have a shot at the Mountain West Championship game, but they need to knock off a suddenly red-hot Utah State Aggies team to get there. Aggies have won 3 of their last 4 going into the final weekend of the season. Happy Thanksgiving, happy Black Friday, everybody. Sed Bonner, Chris Foster is with you from Canvas Stadium. These next 48 hours are going to spell out Colorado State's fate. Disappointing loss last week to Fresno State. They need a win and some help to keep their Mountain West Championship game hopes alive.
They do. They have a lot at stake. You know, they want to get to 8 wins. That's really important to this program. None of the things are possible without getting that win today against a stingy Utah State.
It's a Colorado State team that loves to run the ball. They do it better than just about anybody in the country this year. And Avery Morrow said is closing in on a 1,000-yard season.
Yeah, just 124 yards shy. Had minimum carries a week ago, but this guy can tote the rock with physicality. 6'2" or 6 foot, 210 pounds, physical back.
The story in the conference, however, came from Bryson Barnes, Utah State backup quarterback who entered the game against San Diego State because of an injury to Spencer Petras and ran wild. He set a program record for a quarterback with 193 rushing yards.
On 15 carries, and for those of you that are good at math, not me, that's 12.8 yards per carry. You see him finishing downhill, zone read, he reads it well, gets in the open space. When you've got your quarterback going for 12.8 yards per carry, and then, he tosses in 3 touchdown passes on 12 of 15 passing. Super efficient day by Mr. Barnes.
This isn't a trophy game, but it's the 80th all-time meeting between Utah State and Colorado State. There's definitely a rivalry game atmosphere to this.
Yeah, you're going after the same recruits within the Mountain West scope. These guys know each other. They've played tons of games. And I tell you what, if you're Utah State, you can put a damper on CSU season by getting that win. CSU, take care of your business. See what happens in the next 48 hours.
Colorado State leads the all-time series 39, 38, and 2. About as close as it gets as 2 Ag schools collide in the final weekend of the regular season. Comatose, the cannon has just gone off. We are almost ready for kickoff inside Canvas Stadium on FS1. It is a beautiful Friday afternoon on the Front Range here in Fort Collins, Colorado. Utah State and Colorado State moments away from kickoff. And there was some snow passing through Colorado earlier in the week. Still a little bit of a dusting on the ground, in particular on the mountains, but it is clear, sunny, a little bit cool, but gorgeous football weather. What a season it's been for Utah State. Interim head coach Nate Dreiling, hired less than a year ago to be the defensive coordinator, elevated to interim head coach over the summer, hoping he has done enough to prove that the interim tag can come off. And if Utah State wins its final 3 games of the regular season, he'd have a pretty good argument. Jay Norvell has really started to see his labor pay off in his 3rd season. He has Colorado State above 500 for the first time he's been in Fort Collins. And again, they are going bowling, the Rams are, for the first time since 2017. Elliot Nimrod with the ball on the tee, a little bit breezy, but it's staying put. There's the cannon again. Utah State won the toss. They chose to defer. It will be Colorado State football after the touchback. And said we get our first look at Braden Fowler, Nicolosi, and this suddenly run-heavy Rams offense.
Well, I tell you what, you've got to do the things that make sense with your personnel, right? And right now they've got a young receiving core trying to figure some things out. It makes a lot of sense. And when you watch Braden Fowler Nicolosi and his play action, the way he handles the football, he does a nice job of setting some things up. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some more shots downfield this afternoon.
1st and 10 from the 25. Avery Morrow, just over 120 yards away from 1,000 on the season, is in the backfield. And a little bit of a razzle-dazzle play. Fowler Nicolosi gets it back from the tight end, Peter Montini, and ends up scampering out of bounds around the 29-yard line, ushered out by John Miller for just a 3-yard gain.
They come out in heavy personnel And then they run the flea flicker. Great job of reacting by the defense, by the Aggies, getting back in coverage. But Nicolosi Fowler does a great job of not just throwing it up. He goes out, 5-yard gain, good pickup on first down, just like a run.
You'll settle for a 3-yard carry there. It's 2nd down and 7 now. Opening drive of the game for the Rams on Senior Day. And the first carry of the afternoon for Avery Morrow is a good one. A first down rush across the 35. DJ Graham brings him down after a 10-yard gain.
I tell you, this is straight outside zone. See a good job getting outside leverage and then just running with power, finishing the run downhill and forward. He is a big, strong back. Going to play with a lot of intensity this afternoon.
First down from the 38. Morrow motioned out of the backfield. And a quick release caught by Levon Brown, the redshirt freshman from Southern California. He caught his first passes of the season just last week in the loss to Fresno State. He picks up 9 there, but a flag on the play.
I think it's going to be a face mask.
Some deliberation here. Our referee is
Personal
Christian
foul.
Watson.
Face mask. Defense, number 10. That 15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Automatic first down. The runner may stay in the game.
And I will stop guessing after that one. Now that I'm 1 for 1, I won't do that again. But right there, you see Niguez run by and just kind of
pull this helmet off.
Pull it off. I mean, really no reason for it. Well-designed play there. Fake bubble, throw the little stick route inside. Well done.
1st and 10, ball in Utah State territory. Fowler Nicolosi throws a fastball over the middle. Too hot to handle for Vince Brown, the tight end, and it's 2nd down.
Just trying to run a little Y stick where he goes up and posts up next to the defender. Not a lot of space. That's really good coverage on that second end by John Miller.
Colorado State has been good on opening drives. They've scored a touchdown on their last 3 opening drives to begin a game. 2nd and long from the 38. 2 running backs set. Justin Marshall also in the backfield. And this is Justin Marshall's first carry of the day. Not much. Wrapped up initially by John Miller, 26 in white. In fact, he lost a yard, and it's 3rd and long.
It's a really good run blitz, run gap fit right there. He runs right by the guard who doesn't see him, excusing the center, Jacob Gardner. Can't pick him up. Brings up 3rd and long for the Rams.
Yeah, 3rd and 11. 3 wide to the right of the formation. Fowler Nicolosi throws it complete to Donovan Ali, the grad senior, brought down by Jaden Francois, well short of the first down marker, and it's 4th down.
Keon Sloan put pressure on. That's why he had to get rid of the ball. Didn't want to hang in there and wait for that corner out to open. It did pop open. But I'll tell you what, a sack there backs you up even more. You never know, sack fumble. He got the ball out of his hand, did the right thing at the right time.
All right, Seth, here we go. 4th and 8. Offensive coordinator Matt Mumme calling a play here, and with Braden Fowler Nicolosi looking like he was going to take a pooch punt.
Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty. And 4th down.
That actually might give Colorado State some breathing room to punt the football.
Punt the football, right. Idea is great. It's a good idea. You catch them off guard. I'll tell you, that sudden movement by Fowler Nicolosi, kind of offensive linemen can feel those guys moving, and they're hopping, they're ready to go. And now you can line up and just hit a sky punt down there, try to pin them inside the 10 and make it really tough for Barnes and the Aggies.
So Patty Turner out for the punt, and he is the true punter for Colorado State. No pooch punt here. Dane Olson touches that ball down just across the 5-yard line. Pretty good kick for the captain and punter, Patty Turner. No score. It's Utah State football for the first time when we come back. Colorado State still with a chance to advance to the Mountain West Championship game against Boise State, but they need UNLV to lose tomorrow to Nevada, who, as you can see, hasn't won a Mountain West game this season. Colorado State had its destiny in hand, but a bobble last week to Fresno State has really hurt Colorado State's chances. On 1st and 10 for Utah State, the ball goes to Rasul Faison, a 1,000-yard rusher this season for the Aggies, and you can see why. Tripped up after a 9-yard gain at 2nd down.
Well, in space, 2 defenders made a miss. Great leverage there by Colorado State, unable to get him on the ground.
See the tempo for Utah State on 2nd and short. Bryson Barnes throws to a wide-open Otto Tia. And the junior races down the sideline into Colorado State territory before he's tripped up by Jack Howell. 50 yards, said.
Well, I tell you, he works through every single one of his progressions. And Chase Wilson follows too far across the field. He loses his hook curl area. Big gain.
Now from the Colorado State 34. Faison spins away at the line of scrimmage and almost tripped over his own 2 feet. He picks up 8 to the 26.
His ability to make people miss.
Incredible.
I mean, two plays, and we've seen his movement and action and ability to make guys miss.
Now Bryson Barnes on a keeper, and Colorado State was not fooled. On 2nd and short, James Mitchell was in the picture at the defensive front for Colorado State. Loss of a yard.
That's just solid. Not sure if that was a read for him as you really look at his numbers on the season. Done an outstanding job. He's a solid player, can throw it. We know about the legs. But listen, we talked about this in the meetings the other day. The guy's played in a Rose Bowl. Like, there's not going to be any big moments for him. He's a confident kid.
On 3rd and short, Barnes keeps and throws incomplete. Josh Sturzer was the intended target, covered well by Jack Howell of Colorado State, and it's 4th down.
It was. You've got a good matchup. You've got your athletic tight end on a safety, but you got to give him the ball he can handle. Outside area, outside of the field, give him a chance to make that play for you.
So Colorado State's first drive stalls. Utah State trying to get a field goal out of its first drive. A 44-yard try here for Tanner Cragen, the redshirt freshman, and another Utah transfer, along with quarterback for Utah State, Bryson Barnes. This try is well wide to the right and no good. So both sides unable to score on their first drive, and it's Colorado State football, 9:43 to go in the first quarter. The greatest rivalry in sports is on Big Noon Saturday. Michigan heads to the Shoe to face off against the second-ranked Buckeyes in the 120th edition of the game. It all starts at 9 a.m. with a special 3-hour Big Noon kickoff live from Columbus. Then it's Michigan, Ohio State at noon, only on Fox. This is the 80th rendition between Utah State and Colorado State. This series began in 1902. Colorado State football, 1st and 10 to begin this drive, and here is Avery Morrow, who runs to the 30-yard line and picks up 3. It's 2nd down.
It's hard to imagine they've played that many times. There's no trophy, nothing on the line, as we've got an Aggie down.
Ike Larson is the injured defensive back for Utah State. But you bring up a very interesting point that this isn't a trophy game, and with both of these programs migrating from the Mountain West to the Pac-12 in 2026, maybe that will be the cause or enough of a justification to add a trophy to this rivalry.
Yeah, over 80 meetings. That's got to mean something.
It sure does. Well, Utah State is already without some key players and have been for a while. None more impactful than star wide receiver Jalen Royals, who's right there wearing number 1. He's racked up over 800 yards receiving in just 7 games played this season. What impresses you about him, Sid?
I think his ability in space to make guys miss, his start and stop, and really just is able to get on top of the defense. To have over 800 yards receiving, he hasn't played since the middle of October.
Yeah.
I mean, that tells you what kind of pace he was on for the season.
Second down carry, Morrow picks up a couple, and it's third down. And still a very involved participant on the sideline, considered a top 10 wide receiver prospect in this upcoming NFL draft.
And listen, he's going to get healthy, get treatment he needs, and I'm sure he'll still have the opportunity to play on Sundays. He is that special of a receiver.
A third down try for Colorado State, trying to jumpstart a drive here midway through the first quarter. Fowler Nicolosi over the middle, just a little bit long, intended for the tight end Vince Brown, and it's fourth down Colorado State.
Right there, I'd love to see Fowler Nicolosi give Vince Brown a chance, right? The deep defensive player's back's turned. Give him a chance to make a play, right? The only negative that can happen there would be on Utah State's side with a pass interference. If he has to stop and get that ball, give him a chance. Doesn't have to be a perfect pass, but give him a shot to make a play for you.
Here's the Patty Turner punt in the direction of Kahanu Davis, who fields it on a bounce and is tripped up at the 24-yard line. A fantastic play by Henry Blackburn on special teams.
I tell you what, you want to be a captain playing special teams, making big plays, your last dance in Canvas Stadium for Henry Blackburn.
Despite a 4-7 record, Utah State is playing its best football of the season right now, a chance to win their final 3 games. Their offense has always put up a ton of points this season, but their defense has really been great as well over the last 2 games in particular against Hawaii and San Diego State.
Well, some of those young players are starting to catch their footing, right, and start to understand what they're doing.
Faison with a big run on first down. He picks up a dozen. Blackburn with the tackle.
This is the recipe, and I told you during the break, he needs minimum 20 touches a game because he's had 3 carries, 3 positive plays.
Barnes throws it deep. It's caught by Grant Page. He is upended by Blackburn inside the Colorado State 30. 2 plays, 2 first downs for Utah State.
See, it's just a cover 2, and he reads it, gets the ball up and down before the safety can get there. It's a good job by Grant Page going up in the gap, and a beautiful throw by Barnes on a rope out there.
After a 34-yard gain, Barnes runs on 1st and 10. Inside the 10, he's tackled again by Blackburn. 1st and goal, Utah State. 3 plays on this drive. That last play good for 20.
And this is what you don't get when Spencer Petras is playing. He doesn't like what he sees. He steps up a little bit, and then all of a sudden he sees there's no one there. Good job blocking downfield by your big tight end to give you some extra yards, but that's so valuable when he is decisive. He moves up in the pocket, takes those yards, does a nice job.
A 3-play, 68-yard drive so far for Utah State, who had a 67-yard drive on their first drive, but stalled out with a missed field goal. Again, this is a really good offense, that you overlook because of a 4-7 record on the season. But look at some of these rankings in conference and even national.
Yeah, I think what they're able to do is create matchups, right? And that's what the whole game of offense is all about, getting matchups. They do a great job of getting matchups, and that's why you saw Royal have the kind of season he was having. They're able to put him in position to make plays, to be successful, and they've done a great job of that in the last couple of weeks. Just putting the ball in your best player's hand. You see Rasul Faison as well getting great touches. They're just doing a good job of mixing it. moving the ball effectively.
That's Boom Jock, one of Colorado State's leading tacklers. He was injured on the last play, just getting to the bench now. And that, I mean, not that you hope for an injury, but maybe that'll slow Utah State down a little bit. Flying down the field here, just their 4th play of the drive, and a 1st and goal. Faison in the backfield. He takes the carry. He made Chase Wilson miss off the right side of the line of scrimmage, but only picks up 2.
His footwork is phenomenal. When he gets lined up against a defender, he's able to make guys miss.
2nd and goal. Looking for our first points of the game. Utah State already well over 100 yards of offense in the opening quarter. Nothing to show for it yet.
Good man-to-man up top.
Barnes looking up top, and the pass is caught by Kyrese White. He's into the end zone for a Utah State touchdown.
I think his knee may have been down just prior. That's what the first look I got. Watched his knee right there, and the ball's not over just yet.
All right, well, the PAT unit on the field for Utah State, and now they will go and review this.
But again, you see them taking advantage of what Utah State's doing, or excuse me, what CSU's doing defensively. You're going to give us man-to-man coverage. I'm going to run a little whip route, get in and out of my break with quick feet. That's a well run route, excuse me. Tell you what, Kyrese White coming out of the break was fantastic, but he's a little short here.
It will set up 3rd and goal. To me, that looked like pretty clear evidence that he was short.
See him using the different types of motions, moving people around, just to see what they can get. See how CSU is going to respond, and they got exactly what they wanted with man coverage. That knee is down there. Looks like it's just inside the 1 yard line.
And again, it would be 3rd and goal for Utah State. Aggies 3-3 in conference play.
After review, the runner's knee was down prior to crossing the goal line. Ball will be placed at the 1 yard line, 3rd down.
And trying to hand Colorado State back-to-back losses to end the regular season. Colorado State is going bowling, but this is a team that appeared to be on track to play in the Mountain West Championship game next weekend. And taking on a hot Utah State team, better than the record indicates.
You know, back in my day, and I'm so old, so back in my day, the coaches used to tell us, don't let a bad loss multiply on you and have it create another loss for you. Utah State, CSU's got to find the energy.
3rd and goal. Barnes into the end zone. No doubt about it that time. Touchdown, Utah State.
Another zone read. They run a split runner across the field to hold that safety just long enough, that outside backer. Barnes able to power his way in for the score.
6 plays, 76 yards, 2 minutes off the clock. And a 2-point try here, intercepted by Boom Jock, who was, remember, injured a couple of plays ago. That pass was intercepted by Jock, and the 2-point try is no good. Interesting play in Colorado State. Down 6. 6:17 in the first.
Welcome back to Canvas Stadium, and normally you see the swinging gate. CSU does a good job of reacting to the swinging gate, and then you go opposite and you run a fake. Not really sure about this. Kick the extra point. This is a tough one. You're on the road. You need those points, and it doesn't look like there was just one guy in the route, 2 defenders back there. Yeah, get the extra point. You're on the road. Take it.
Nimrod with the kickoff. And Kobe Johnson just made a mistake. He could have let that go out of bounds, and Colorado State would have had great field position. Instead, he was out of bounds when he fielded the ball, and it's terrible starting field position.
Well, watch the hop. It takes a bad bounce towards the sideline. Now it's going to bounce back towards his body, right? He was overrunning it, running out of bounds. See how it's going back in play. That ball's going towards the end zone.
So Colorado State starts with the football inside its own 5-yard line.
Shake the shopping bugs off right now.
Yeah. Braden Fowler Nicolosi under center. And Justin Marshall is the lone tailback. And Jay Norvell is talking about something on the Colorado State sideline now with one of the officials. Special teams coach for Colorado State is Tommy Perry.
Prior to Colorado State taking the timeout, replay, stop the game to review if the return was out of bounds or not.
Okay, so they'll just double check to make sure that Kobe Johnson was in fact out of bounds. And that the ball did not go out of bounds first.
You see the ball take a hop back towards the inside of the field. See, he's reaching back. That's why he overran it. He was reaching back to touch the ball.
He is out of bounds and now touching the football. Second review of the quarter for Christian Watson. And this seems pretty cut and dry.
After review, replay confirmed the call on the field. The runner's right foot was in bounds when he first touched the ball. It's Colorado State's ball at the 5-yard line. First down.
Again, Colorado State needs to win today to keep its hopes alive of advancing to the Mountain West Conference Championship game. Boise State is already in. And a special teams gaffe for Colorado State sets the Rams back.
First and 10 at the 5-yard line.
Changing the play at the line of scrimmage.
And the carry to Marshall. No gain. Might have lost half a yard. Second down.
You got 9 in the box. Man-to-man outside. Simple things, and it's tough to put the ball in the air here. Backed up inside your 5.
Now from the gun, Avery Morrow is the tailback. On 2nd and 10, quick release to the tight end Brown out across the 10-yard line, and that sets up a third and manageable. J.D. Drew on the tackle.
Little stick arrow concept. Tight end running the arrow route. It's a quick little shoot route outside. Quick, easy throw. Get the ball in his hands. Third and manageable. You'll take it. Backed up.
Colorado State with a top 50 rushing offense in the country. Trying to pick up a first down of any kind here. And Fowler Nicolosi in a world of trouble. Throws it complete to Armani Winfield, who's tackled on the spot by Jordan Vincent for no gain. And it's fourth down.
Just had a flanker drive, an X drive from the backside, and great coverage by Vincent, who came down and finished that play off, but really nowhere to go with the ball. You talk about the pressure up front.
Here's Turner's punt. And it lands at the 40-yard line of Colorado State and out of bounds at about the 43 or 44. Just a 32-yard punt, no return. Utah State with great starting field position.
In business, considering their first two drives went 67 for no points and then 76 for points. CSU needs someone on the defensive side of the ball to step up here, get that mojo, get the energy going.
Utah transfer Bryson Barnes leads Utah State back out onto the field. Came into the game in the second quarter last week against San Diego State and led the Aggies to 41 unanswered points en route to being named Mountain West Offensive Player of the Week. This is where he's most dangerous. He runs inside the 25-yard line and picks up a Utah State first down after a 19-yard gain.
Anytime you're the defensive end with the back on your side, if he goes away from you, you have got to maintain your discipline. You've got to maintain, tackle them both, hit both the guys. But it's like they didn't. We got it.
Feinted, a slide. By rule, he's down there. First down, Utah State.
A feint, not F-A-I-N-T, but F-E-I-G-N-T-E-D. Shave 3 yards off the run.
We get too many things from Euro soccer, man. I tell you what, it's. I don't know if I saw a feint.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I did.
Kind of like he was kind of figuring out where to go. However,
still a first down run, and Barnes, no feinting this time. He's tripped up inside the 10. First and goal, Utah State after 20 more on the ground. Howell on the tackle.
Just quarterback power. You got an extra blocker in the box.
Here's the carry by Herschel Turner, and he is ankle tackled.
Josh Sturzer has to do a better job taking care of his overhang backer there on that left side. See him coming out, makes a guy miss there. Sturzer's not able to make the block that's necessary to get him in the end zone.
And then an incomplete throw to the goal line intended for Otto Tia. Dylan Phelps in coverage for Colorado State. Again, this is a Utah State offense that runs plays, executes plays rapidly. Third and goal. Barnes receives the play from the sideline. Kyle Cefalo is the offensive coordinator for Utah State. And now a stoppage.
After further discussion, the defense had 12 players on the field. By rule, that's a foul for illegal substitution. The 5-yard penalty, and repeat second down.
So still second and goal. I don't know if I've ever seen a penalty called like retroactively like that.
After further discussion.
Yeah.
I mean, that's got to be maddening. Maddening. Coach Norvell, man, your team's not come out with the right energy and get a few calls go against you. That one.
So again, it's just 2nd and goal after a belated penalty assessed against Colorado State. Barnes, the knee-high snap.
Back to the end zone's wide open.
A flag comes in. This will be a hold in all likelihood against Utah State. Barnes is smothered by James Mitchell after a 1-yard loss.
CSU dodged a bullet here. Adotia was wide open in the back of the end zone.
Now, Utah State seems to think the penalty is against Colorado State.
Unless it's hands to the face, but the area of that flag is holding.
And it came right as the play was breaking down, too. It had all the telltale indicators of an offensive hold.
They're offsetting fouls on the play. Holding. Offense, number 72. Personal foul. Hands to the face. Defense, number 95. Those fouls will offset and repeat 2nd down.
We'll have 2nd down for the 3rd time.
We're living in 2nd down. Watch number 5 up at the top of the screen. Adotia gets lost. He's behind the defense. Nobody's back there. Wide open, but you see the hold and the hands. I mean, it is...
Here's face on, and a great tackle made by Boom Jock, the sophomore linebacker from Mankato, Minnesota. It's 3rd and goal here.
This is a great job of knifing and not being denied, making the tackle in the backfield. But update, it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Thank you.
3rd down.
I thought it was still, I could have sworn it was still 2nd down, but yes, 3rd down.
So you expect these defenders down at the bottom of the screen here to play combo.
Barnes throws, caught, Tia, touchdown, Utah State.
That's an accurate throw right there. An exceptionally accurate throw. In tight window. But you see the combo, he gets him pressing and whips back out once he sees he's in trouble. Look at that tight window. Puts it right on his hands. And all it takes Jack Howell to do is stare in the backfield for 1/10 of a second. It's enough to create that separation.
A 6-play drive, that was Utah State's first and only pass of the drive. Now remember, they did have a pass attempt that was negated because of a penalty. Cragen for a conventional point after drive this time. And he slots it home. 13-0 Utah State. Adotia with his 5th touchdown catch of the season.
Beautifully thrown ball, but you see him just buying some time, being an athlete. Tia's like, I got your back. Give me the rock. Aggies on the board again.
Tia with a 51-yard catch earlier in this game, a career long. He caps off Utah State's 2nd touchdown drive of the game moments ago. So Utah State has had 3 drives, 2 touchdowns and a missed field goal. Every drive has been 6 plays in length. Wow. Coincidence?
Wow. You know, you look at Tia, 6'4", 230, not going to run away from anybody, but he's strong, patient, runs good routes.
Nimrod boots it away, and Kobe Johnson wisely calls for a fair catch this time. Still 2:09 to play in the first quarter, a lot of time left, and Colorado State only down 2 scores.
And here's the deal, now you've got to figure out, you got to come with some of your safe passes, some of the passes you trust. You don't want Braden back there hanging on to the ball too long to continue to build momentum for the Aggies. The Rams have got to get something going in the passing game. Short passes, quick, get it out of his hand. let your playmakers go make plays.
Braden Fowler Nicolosi under center, and he fakes the pitch to Avery Morrow and throws the crossing route complete. That's Jordan Ross. There is a flag on the play, middle of the field, away from the action. Flag right around the first down line to gain, about the 34.
Penalty flag down.
Holding. Defense, number 12. That penalty declined. Play resulted in a first down.
It might have been on Ross as he's trying to cross the field. You see a beautiful play action. Bootleg gets him across right there. He gets grabbed, the tight end coming upfield. Ross is the slipper, the underneath route. Wide open. This is well designed, and these are the kind of first down plays you're going to have to make. Positive yards, win on first down. Force this young defense from the Aggies to stay on the field and play.
Colorado State at its own 38. First and 10. Avery Morrow able to slip Isaiah Bruce's grasp. He picks up maybe a yard, finished off by Jordan Vincent. Making something out of nothing there.
It's tough when they just run the fly sweep. The jet motion with the outside zone, and I tell you what, defense is just staying at home, playing in their gaps, doing their jobs.
Defense was really giving Utah State a hard time early in the season, but a lot of inexperienced players have gotten in-game reps as Avery Morrow hurdles over some traffic and crosses the 45-yard line, bringing up a third down and short. Tackle made by Marlon Dean.
Again, you see the misdirection, trying to force the defense to react, to widen, to stand a certain way, getting leverage with early motion.
3rd and 2. From the gun, Fowler Nicolosi complete to the tight end, Peter Montini. And he picks up a Colorado State first down, cut down on the boundary by DJ Graham.
All day until they stop it. You can take stick arrows all day long. You've got the quick arrow route by the tight ends on both sides. Little stick route inside. Until they don't want to give you that anymore, keep throwing it.
7 yards a play, you'll take that. Colorado State was averaging just over 3 yards a play before this drive. They're on the move again and into Utah State territory when the second quarter resumes from Canvas Stadium in Fort Collins. Once again said, this is a Utah State offense that averages over 466 yards per game, 8th in the country, and they are definitely on pace after 182 yards in the first quarter today and a 13-0 lead on Colorado State. We begin the second with a first down for Colorado State in Utah State territory. Braden Fowler Nicolosi on play action. Nearly a sensational grab by Jamari Person, but the throw out of bounds and it's 2nd and 10.
This is really good coverage here. You see the corner underneath, safety over the top. They had this route ready. They were ready for this route. Had it covered extremely well. And he still almost threaded the needle.
And Colorado State is also without one of its top playmakers at the wide receiver position, Torrey Horton, a two-time 1,000-yard receiver in 2022 and 2023. Fowler Nicolosi complete to Armani Winfield. With a great run after the catch, he picks up a first down for Colorado State. 11 yards.
Great effort by Isaiah Bruce getting out there trying to get in on the tackle, but nice slip screen. Look at all the green shirts out in front. And Winfield running tough with the ball. Gets the first down.
Only 64 yards of offense for Colorado State in the first quarter, their lowest total in a first quarter this season. Avery Morrow is the tailback from the Utah State 36. Morrow tripped up. Initially, Kean Sloan made the backfield penetration, and it was Bo Miley who finished the play for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, just too quick off the ball. Look up top, plays right off the tight end and really squeezes his way inside. Vinny Brown's got to do a better job of forcing Kean Sloan out of there. But man, that was a terrific play. Shed the block and get in on that tackle by Sloan.
Sloan with 8.5 TFLs, tackles for loss, this season. 2nd and 12 for Colorado State. Fowler Nicolosi, complete. It's Jamari Person, tackled by Graham around the 30-yard line after a 7-yard gain.
Again, timely throws. You pick up 7, put yourself in a 3rd and manageable.
Gain of 7 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
3rd down and 5. 3 wide to the top of the screen. To the air, Fowler Nicolosi flushed. And he throws it out of bounds. Dane Olson was the intended receiver. And John Miller with the backfield pressure.
There's one extra defender. It was 4 over top of the trips up to the top side. Could use your running back on the backside. Get him matched up.
4th and 5. Fowler Nicolosi, tipped pass, and it's caught either way by Jordan Ross. Ross has a first down for Colorado State into the red zone after an 11-yard gain.
This is great concentration by Ross. You can see him kind of hanging in the air. See the tip right inside. There's John Miller getting in his face, gets a tip, but beautiful job of just being patient, concentrating on the throw, bringing that catch into his body. Jordan Ross, great job.
1st and 10, Avery Morrow. Tackled on the play by Lawrence Falatea and Jordan Vincent after a 1-yard gain. Second down. Talked about how up-tempo Utah State is, and Colorado State on the opposite end of the spectrum. One of the slowest, most methodical offenses, and they like it that way.
They do. It wasn't always the case, but again, you have to play to your strengths. This offensive line has gotten better week after week.
On the bootleg, Fowler Nicolosi high and over the hands of Jordan Vincent, the defensive back for Utah State. John Miller again rushing the quarterback and forcing the rollout.
He just seems to be everywhere.
Yeah, Oregon State transfer. John Miller, redshirt junior. 13th play of the drive here for Colorado State. Donovan Ali, the motion man. And the pass is caught by Ali and then dropped. They say it's a catch, and Ali recovers his own fumble. Chase Davis with the tackle.
Yeah, that's a good call. I mean, he had possession of it.
So it is 4th down. And Colorado State looking for points here. Jordan Noyes on for a 32-yard field goal try. From the left hash. And Noyes drills it. The 75-millimeter cannon in the corner of the right end zone announces the score. 13-3 Utah State now. 13-3 Utah State after Colorado State caps a 13-play 61-yard drive with a field goal by Jordan Noyes. 38 drives now this season for Colorado State have been 10 plays or longer. It's as we said, a methodical clock-churning offense. Playing from behind here, though, against the lightning-fast Utah State attack.
But it just takes one good defensive stand, and you're right there in the mix.
Kick bounces through the back of the end zone. And tonight on Fox, it's a Big 12 regular season finale in primetime as Utah takes on one of the nation's best running backs, R.J. Harvey, and UCF. The action begins at 8 Eastern, only on Fox. Lots of great football today and all weekend long to close out the regular season. Colorado State must win today in order to keep its hopes of advancing to the Mountain West Championship game alive. They also need a loss from UNLV. Rasul Faison slips through the line of scrimmage and picks up a first down for Utah State. Dominic Morris hauls him down after a 14-yard gain.
Just watch the patience here. It looks like there's zero room, and he just pops out of a hole.
And Barnes checks it down to Faison with a little bit of a bobble, and the tackle made by Jock, the linebacker, at the 44-yard line. 2nd down.
I tell you, talking to the defense coordinator, Freddie Banks, he talked about him being a little like Alvin Kamara, where he's able to hide and then all of a sudden explode out of there. And I'll tell you, that was a good look at it right there.
Bryson Barnes right up the middle. 1st down and way more. Barnes is tripped up by Henry Blackburn, and it's saved a touchdown.
Wow. This is design quarterback run. H lead. You see the good block by Faison there up front. And Barnes picking up where he left off. And not many people have done this against San Diego State, much less come here a week later, and now your quarterback's going off again on the ground to the tune of 97 yards already.
42 on that run. 1st and 10. Faison biding his time. Gosh, the patience, so impressive there, said.
Well, it allows his O-line to just continue to work. And as I was reminded by Teague Anderson's dad, it takes good O-linemen to have good offense. Thank you for that, Jason.
Teague Anderson and his brother Trey on the Utah State offensive line. 2nd down, and Faison cut down. Fine play made by Jet Vincent, the redshirt junior, who played 8-man football growing up in Grinnell, Kansas, and Colorado State really excited about his future in the program.
Well, that's another thing that Coach Banks talked about is shoot your shot, right? And what did Vincent just do right there? Came in, shot his shot, didn't mess around with it, got right to business. Took down a good back in space.
Here's 3rd down for Utah State. On the blitz, Barnes to the end zone, incomplete. His intended receiver, Colby Bowman, fell down. It didn't matter. Pressure right up the gut from Chase Wilson, the captain, out of the linebacking core.
Yeah, and again, I know you're on the move, but give them a shot. Don't throw it out of bounds, because if they're even thinking about possibly calling some hand fighting, if that ball's uncatchable, you're not getting that penalty.
26-yard chip shot for Tanner Cragen. Cragen 0 for 1 today, remember. And now 1 for 2. He slots that one home. And Utah State once again up 13, now 16-3. 7:56 to go until halftime. Utah State has yet to punt this afternoon. A 7-play, 66-yard drive ends in a 26-yard field goal by Tanner Cragen. Elliot Nimrod now with the ball on the tee, ready to kick things away in the direction of Kobe Johnson and Armani Winfield. And again for Utah State, got off to a slow start this season, played a really difficult non-conference schedule. Were decimated by injuries, but have found their groove in November. Jaden Francois hunts down Kobe Johnson on the kick return. Colorado State football. It's the 80th meeting between these two programs, these two ag schools, sharing a state line. And look at this, the series about as close as you can get all time. And Utah State has won the last 5 meetings against the Rams. So a win today for Utah State, they'll tie the all-time series 39, 39, and 2. From the 22, it's 1st and 10 Colorado State. Braden Fowler Nicolosi to the sideline, caught by Dane Olson. J.D. Drew in coverage, and that's a 10-yard, 9-yard gain, not quite a first down, 2nd and 1.
Nice little hitch route. Anytime you can get 2nd and short, now in my mind, I'm thinking possibly take a shot somewhere. You got 2 plays to get this. You've got to get this crowd going. You've got to get this team going offensively.
Avery Morrow picks up the first down for Colorado State, tackled from behind by Falatea.
Avery Morrow, the ball carrier, runs the net, giving go!
It's a nice little cutback on the zone.
1st and 10 from the 35.
Offensive line doing a great job of running in tandem together down that line, creating space.
26 yards on the ground today for Morrow, who needs about 100 more to get to the 1,000-yard mark this season. The catch made by Jamari Person, and a flag comes in as the tackle was made by DJ Graham.
This may be
Pass interference. Offense, number 1. 15-yard penalty, and a main first down.
Now they're trying to throw the spout route outside, and he's trying to get out of the way, but the corner's trying to fight through it right here, right there. He goes back through. He's trying to fight through to go make the tackle. The other piece of that is if you're the quarterback, you've got to read that field corner if you want to throw that out route. You can't just chuck it out there. You got to see that guy. What's his leverage? Is he coming back downhill? Because if he slips through there clean, that might be going the other direction.
Clean the other way, yeah. 1st and 25 after the 15-yard penalty. Ball all the way back at the Colorado State 20. Pass is caught. Armani Winfield. Gang tackle. They give him forward progress around the 23-24. 2nd and long.
Again, Braden Fowler Nicolosi's played, has had some great reps, right? Gotten tons of reps, but he is still a young quarterback.
Redshirt sophomore making his 24th start. Avery Morrow on 2nd and long. Good run for Morrow, who came with Jay Norvell and a lot of his coaching staff from Nevada to Colorado State. 5-yard gain, 3rd and long.
Watch the footwork in the phone booth here, right there. Just a quick cut outside. He's able to pick up positive yards. That's a really good run in a tight space.
Colorado State just 1 for 6 on 3rd down, and this is 3rd and long. Pass is hauled in by Tommy Maher, and he is slung down by DJ Graham illegally, it appears, as a flag comes in, and that could let Colorado State off the hook.
It is going to let them off the hook.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, defense number 4. That 15-yard penalty is actually on the run, automatic, first down.
Listen, when you have someone, I don't want to call it on the ropes, it's too early in the game, but you're 3rd and long and they throw the out, you got to rally up and be in balance. You can't let them get to the outside of you, first of all. You got to force them back inside to your help.
An easy
good
call.
Good call. Good call. Just understand the situation. Now you've let them off the hook, giving them new life.
Ball at midfield, it's 1st and 10. Person on the catch. Graham in coverage, and plenty of white jerseys flock to the football. A 10-yard gain. 9.5, not quite a first down. Second and inches from the Utah State 40. Morrow in the backfield from the pistol. It's his ball.
It's good leg drive. He got wrapped up. He was able to drive himself forward or backwards for the first down.
Didn't need much, and he got it.
Kid just plays so hard. Runs the ball, very physical. Takes a pounding week in, week out.
Justin Marshall comes in to relieve Morrow in the backfield. 1st and 10, here comes a blitz. Open man, it's Brown, the tight end, and he is upended by Ike Larson after just a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8.
It's tough. They bring the blitz. They throw the hot out. Great play out in space.
Marshall remains the tailback. Brown, the tight end, to the right of the formation. Person again. Makes John Miller miss. Inside the 20. Miller recovers to make the tackle, but a 20-yard play for Colorado State. It's first down.
This is a great call here. A little spacing route. You get the arrow outside. He's in a big hole on the inside of the field. Just gets upfield. Good call. Great throw. Puts it right on his body so he can run after the catch.
Longest play of the day for the Rams. In the red zone now. Justin Marshall on the carry. Tackled by Gabriel Eniguez Jr. on the defensive line for Utah State. 2nd down, no gain on the play.
A little help from Jordan Vincent as well.
Just like that, we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Utah State up 2 scores, but Colorado State on the move late in the first half. Here's what's coming up at halftime. Ashton Jeanty and the Boise State Broncos with another win today. A non-conference game, albeit, over Oregon State, but they go perfect in Mountain West play. They'll be in the Mountain West Championship game next weekend. Travis Hunter with another big day for Colorado, and of course a Michigan-Ohio State preview. That's with Mike Hill and the coach, Chris Peterson, at the half. 2nd and 10 for Colorado State. Ball in the red zone for the Rams, looking for their first touchdown of the day. And a procedural penalty blows this play dead. The 4th penalty of the game on Colorado State.
False start. Offense, number 82. 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down. Please reset the game clock for 2 minutes. 2-0-0. Thank you.
Typically those penalties are you're lined up out there in a bunch formation. Usually the point man has somebody on him and that guy flinches at him. That's who you're responsible to block. You gotta hold your water somehow, but it's tough. Again, these are young guys that are trying to feel their way into the lineup.
Brown, just a redshirt freshman, he committed the penalty. 2nd and 15. Braden Fowler, Nicolosi sets the feet, and it's nearly intercepted. My goodness, through the hands of Ike Larson, the Utah State safety. I don't know how he dropped this.
Well, yeah, I can't believe he put it in harm's way like that. Just throw it away. Just throw the ball away. That should have been picked off. The other thing you didn't see in that picture, any green shirts sprinting towards him, trying to get back downhill to the quarterback to help.
3 down linemen for Utah State on 3rd and long. Flipped, out of bounds, incomplete. Marlon Dean led the charge for Utah State, putting pressure on the quarterback. Okay, they were trying to determine if there was intentional grounding. There is not.
You see right there, he just gets outside the tackle box and lets it go. But until the last 2 plays there, he had completed 7 straight passes.
But another drive that ends with a field goal attempt, 40 yards for Noyes. Plenty of leg for Noyes, and he tucks that one in the left upright. 1:44 to go until halftime. 16-6, the lead back down to 10. The native of Dartford, England, Jordan Noyes, has accounted for all 6 of Colorado State's points this afternoon, trailing Utah State 16-6 in a game Colorado State has to have in order to advance to the Mountain West Conference Championship game. They need a win plus a UNLV loss tomorrow. And Utah State has already racked up 248 yards of offense. They have the ball here with plenty of time and 3 timeouts before halftime. And they get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
The world-famous double up.
Yes.
if they can get points out of this.
Brian Hansen with the kickoff, 9 yards into the end zone as the Colorado State marching band filters into halftime formation. What's impressed you about Utah State's offense today?
Well, I think the offensive line play, obviously, because they're giving Barnes a ton of room to run the football, knowing that coming in. This is something that it's not a surprise. He just did it a week ago, 193 yards, but for them to be able to come out again and have him approaching 100 yards on the day is huge.
Rasul Faison on the pitch. He is stood up by Dom Jones. Just a 1-yard gain.
This play is blocked well, except for one player. You need all 11. And Otto Tia doesn't do a good job out front to help his running back. But that's a big play.
2nd and 9. Barnes, a strike! And it's intercepted and dropped. Elias Larry looked like he had it until the last moment.
So he's trying to fit that in the Grant Page. One thing you cannot do if you're running a slant route, you can't get vertical, you've got to get flat, especially when there's tight coverage. Protect your quarterback and the throw.
Opportunity for Colorado State's defense on 3rd and 9. Barnes knocked down. Gabe Kurski in the backfield along with Will Prendergast.
This is an effort sack and a coverage sack. You see the coverage. Everyone's got every area on the back end covered. No one's out of their lane. Just good effort continued fight up front by Kurtzky.
Now Colorado State calls a timeout. They grab momentum back after a 10-yard sack of Bryson Barnes.
Well, they've got 2 left. They should get the ball with, at worst, 55 seconds, depending on what kind of return. Maybe even a minute.
Colorado State, and they've moved the ball on their last 2 drives. They've settled for field goals, haven't been able to punch it in. But the offense trending in the right direction for Colorado State. They're about to get the ball back with 2 timeouts and about a minute left in the half. Stephen Kotzenlee with a high hang time kick. And the fair catch made by Kobe Johnson at the 47-yard line of Colorado State. Good field position for the Rams.
2 timeouts left. Take care of the ball. Don't be afraid of the moment, though. Go after it. If you got shots, take them, but take care of the ball.
Again, Colorado State with only 14 rushes for 34 yards in the first half. Again, a team that is averaging over 180 rush yards per game. Almost 100 yards more than they averaged per game last season. But they've been playing from behind for most of this game and have been throwing more than what we've grown accustomed to this season.
Well, I think that's a, you're behind, you have to. You got to kind of put it up to get back in this game.
Pass nearly intercepted by DJ Graham on first down. Jamari Person, the intended target.
Well, see, he wants him to settle down in that hole. The field side corner just sat there and drove inside. So you can't run the out. You've got to sit. You've got to be able to read coverage. Watch number 2 receiver coming out. If he sits there, he could stick it on him. But you can't drift away towards the sideline. You've got coverage there.
2nd and 10 from the 46. Fowler Nicolosi drops it into the window for Armani Winfield. First down, Colorado State, and out of bounds at the 35.
Well done. You see a nice sail route here. Off a little switch exchange off the ball. Sail route going towards the sideline. You get him out of bounds. Don't have to waste a timeout.
19-yard completion. Here's Avery Morrow. Inside the 25. Another first down, but a flag comes in.
Ooh, this is going to be a killer.
It was late in the run, too. I mean, almost after he was tackled.
Holding.
Hold that thought.
Holding. Offense, number 68. 10-yard penalty. And a main first down.
Drew Moss, who has started all 44 games of his college career with the hold.
Right there. You see him make contact. There's not much there. Not much there. He's not tugging him away. He's not going to make the play. That's a tough call.
On a guy who does not draw many penalties, Drew Moss, honorable mention all-conference right guard last season. First and long, Fowler Nicolosi, complete to Jordan Ross, and another flag comes in from the defensive backfield this time.
It's going to be a hold on 26.
Holding. Offense, number 25. 10-yard penalty. And a main first down.
Or 25, excuse me. More. Down, trying to block on the screen down here. He's number 2 right there. See his arm around his back? As soon as your arm's around the back like that hug look, you're going to get the call. They're going to make that call on you every time. Got to get your hands inside. Keep it clean.
Ball all the way back at the Utah State 48. Fowler Nicolosi on the comeback route to Jordan Ross. Ross is pushed out of bounds by Graham. inside the 45, just a 5-yard gain.
I really like Jordan Ross. You could see the explosiveness in his movements, right? His quick twitch ability. Got to find more ways to get him involved and get the ball in his hands.
True freshman from Anaheim, California. It's 2nd and long for Colorado State. On a 4-man rush, Fowler Nicolosi is tripped, and 2 flags come in. He may have tripped over his own teammate.
Personal foul, hands to the face, defense, number 5. That 50-yard penalty is enforced in the previous spot. An automatic. First down.
It's on Marlon Dean right there.
Yeah, and he leaves it there. You see him still driving up. You just got to be smart. Get your hands out. You've got him on the ropes here to finish out the half, and that's, I mean, you give him more life. That's a second big penalty that the Aggies have incurred this half in this quarter on the last couple drives.
Ball back inside the 30-yard line, and it's 1st and 10, Colorado State. Fowler Nicolosi over the middle and through the hands of Dane Olson, incomplete.
Got to catch that ball. Got to catch that ball. It's well designed. They're just running him on a quick over route inside. Moves the safety with the throw. Got to make that catch. Got to help your QB out. Puts it in a great spot for you. Got to make those plays.
2nd and 10. 2 timeouts yet for Colorado State. In field goal range. Fowler Nicolosi throws it high for Ross. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Kind of keeps going in rhythm, out of rhythm, right? With some of the plays. And again, 2 plays ago, that play should have been caught. That pass should have been caught. This CSU Rams team is 1 of 7 on 3rd down on the day.
And they've had a lot of these, 3rd and long. That pass is caught by Olson, who picks up a 1st down and grabs a block from Armani Whitfield en route to the end zone. 28-yard touchdown strike for Colorado State. Olson atones for a drop earlier on the drive in a big way.
Huge way, but just a quick move right there inside. Defense overruns it. You don't run through a tackle there, and he's able to turn the corner and throw up the deuces. I'm out.
What a crazy drive that was for Colorado State. Multiple penalties on both teams, but the Rams find a way to punch it in. And Noyes with the point after try makes it a 3-point contest with 19 seconds left in the half.
Good job. He settles in the zone right there underneath. But that first move, you know, you got defensive player overruns it, allows him to get back and outflank your defense. Winfield does a nice job of keeping his hands inside on the block. Strike up the band for 6.
That's the first touchdown of the season for Dane Olson, who is the longest tenured player on the roster. Started his career as a walk-on here in Fort Collins in 2019, before Jay Norvell arrived. Jay Norvell with a smile on his face. He knows Colorado State is going bowling, but this is a team with aspirations higher than just that as he converses with his defensive coordinator, Freddie Banks.
Well, I think he's also, you kind of give a little wry smile of how poorly you played in the first half offensively, but you're down 3, right? You've given up a ton of big plays, and Coach Banks had talked about not giving up explosives. They were able to get him off the field on the last drive.
Here's Kyrese White, tripped up at the 20-yard line. He had a full head of steam. 15 seconds left as Bryson Barnes leads Utah State onto the field.
Jace Bella on the tackle, and it was an extremely aggressive tackle on that kick return. With getting the ball to start the second half, I don't expect Utah State to do anything. You see the victory.
Do you call it victory formation?
I call it. It's just got to be. It's got to be one formation.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already enough in the playbook.
What a first half on Black Friday in Fort Collins. Utah State trying to end the season with 3 straight wins leads Colorado State by a field goal at half.
Battle of the Panthers or other regional action, make sure you check your local listings for the game in your area. Only on Fox. Second half between Utah State, Colorado State, coming your way.
Halftime at Canvas Stadium. Really great start to this game. Utah State takes a 13-0 lead into the second quarter. But Colorado State scores a touchdown courtesy of Dane Olson seconds before halftime. 3-point game, anyone's game. When we return, highlights and stats from Fort Collins. There's a lot at stake for Colorado State on Senior Day in Fort Collins. Bowl positioning and a spot in the Mountain West Championship game still on the table if Colorado State wins against a pesky Utah State team here today. Said Bonner, Chris Fosters. I think Colorado State head coach Jay Norvell didn't have the first half he would have drawn up, but you give the Rams a lot of credit for their resilience, making this a much closer game before halftime.
Absolutely. Continue to fight. They're had 2 huge penalties against the Aggies that continued drives for them, but they took advantage of it. They've got to come out and play much better in the second half if they want to win this game.
And for Utah State, credit them for setting the tone in this game. 2 touchdowns, they led 13-0 after the first quarter.
Well, Coach Banks didn't want to give up any explosive plays, but there was plenty of those to be had. Here you see Barnes on the first score, just reading it, gets to the edge, and has enough power in the tank to get through to the end zone. Great throw there. Finding the whip route inside and just hanging with it. Olson with the burst of speed across the field, outruns angles, gets a good block. And I tell you what, that was huge for Colorado State to go in the half with that score.
Here's our first half check-in sponsored by Allstate. You're in good hands with Allstate. And Utah State actually had about 250 yards of total offense in the first half before taking a sack late in the second quarter. Colorado State, after just 64 yards of offense in the first quarter, really got things going in the second quarter. It's Utah State ball to begin the third.
Just kept playing, and that's all you got to do. Just keep playing, and things will turn for you. Tell you what, Nicolosi-Fowler really got hot, or Fowler-Nicolosi, excuse me, got hot. Started completing some of the throws, and guys started making plays. And if you can get a stop here, if you're the Rams, that even adds more pressure to the Aggies here, trying to win this game.
Colorado State won its first 5 Mountain West games this season, trying to avoid dropping their final 2 going into the postseason. Just a 3-point game for Utah State, led by Bryson Barnes, who really has picked up where he left off in an impressive game against San Diego State last week. A 50-yard completion and a 40-yard run in the first half. That's the second time Barnes has done that in a game this season, and there are only 10 instances of that in all of college football this season where a player has had a 50-yard completion and a 40-yard run in the same game. This drive begins with a carry by Rasul Faison, the senior, and 1,000-yard rusher. He picks up 3. Boom Jock on the tackle for Colorado State.
And you see that patience. And I felt like the last drive of the half for the Aggies, it was the first time where it felt like they were rushed.
Barnes rushes that throw with pressure. It flutters incomplete. Third down. Mukendi Wakalanji with the pressure there. And that's Spencer Petras, who's been the starting quarterback for much of this season for Utah State. He was injured in the second quarter last week against San Diego State. And Bryson Barnes has gotten consistent playing time this season for the Aggies, but in more specialized situations. But now he's the guy on third down, and pressure in his face. And a late flag comes in after Barnes was able to get rid of the ball.
Tell you right now, you've got to just stay focused.
Let's see what the call is.
After the play, a sportsmanlike conduct, Utah State, number 54. That 15-yard penalty is the first from the previous spot. The down counts. It'll be fourth down. That's number 54. First and sportsmanlike conduct foul of the game. Next one is ejected.
Well, I think he would have been okay with the initial throw, but it's that Brahma Bull charge got him the penalty.
Wow.
Already flipped the field just like that.
Would have been fourth down anyway,
right.
But now Utah State's Stephen Kotzenle punting from his own end zone. Kobe Johnson did not call for a fair catch. Caught the ball at about the 39-yard line. He lost 4 yards. Noah Flores with the tackle.
I mean, great job catching the ball, but be aware of the situation. You got a chance to go down and just fair catch the ball right there. It wouldn't even be close. That's close. There's a little bit of muffle there. Just fair catch it.
That's the second mental mistake he's made on special teams. He fielded a kick out of bounds at his own 5-yard line in the first half. Either way, Colorado State football from the 37. Jamari Person in motion, and Fowler Nicolosi throws it complete to Vince Brown, the tight end, tackled by Francois out across the 40-yard line. Second down after a gain of 5.
And again, doesn't look like much, but it takes pressure off the rushing game, right? This is an extension of the rushing game. Just a little waggle out. You give it to your tight end on a slip route, he gets 5 yards for you.
Second and 5 from the 42.
But it's a controlled throw. Nothing's in harm's way.
On the comeback route, it's Armani Winfield. He ends up turning that into somewhat of a reverse. He's tripped up by Jaden Pearson. A lot of running for a loss of 5.
So there's 3 to 4 different components on this play. And that's literally a tunnel screen that's supposed to go downfield. But because of the pressure, he gets bubbled back into the backfield.
It's third and 10 from the 37.
So right back where Colorado State started this drive, 3rd and 10. Utah State showing blitz. They only bring 4. Fowler Nicolosi, deep middle. Dane Olson hauls in another big one. First down, Colorado State.
Beautiful throw on this seam route. They give you the levels look with the secondary safety. You see him trying to spin back to the top of the field. It's too late. And that ball's up and down in a hurry. Beautiful throw by Fowler Nicolosi.
Longest play of the day for Colorado State, 35 yards and a first down to the 28 of Utah State. Give, Avery Morrow, pushed wide, and he gets the corner and is ankle tackled by Jordan Vincent. Maybe at the last moment said before he made a house call.
He was ready to turn this corner, and he gets penetration on the front side and is able to bounce it Just a hustle play by Vincent. We talk about all the players that came from Nevada with Coach Norvell, and a lot of players came with Coach Dreiling. Jordan Vincent, one of those players.
He's got over 100 tackles this season. That was a big one there, but still 2nd and 6 after a 4-yard carry by Morrow, who totes the rock on the second straight play. Not much. Tackled by Pearson after a 2-yard gain. 3rd down coming up.
Still give yourself options here. Third manageable. Under 5, under 6. But now it's just time for guys to go win. If you're going to put the ball in the air, your players outside, your receivers have to go win. And the guy I really like is 83 down here on the bottom.
Jordan Ross. Fowler Nicolosi over the middle, and it squirts through the hands of Armani Winfield. Incomplete.
Fowler Nicolosi's pass intended for Armani Winfield is incomplete.
There's Vincent involved in coverage that time. You didn't like that play call?
Well, I mean, you're trying to get the drive underneath, right? The X drive, but they're sitting in a zone just waiting on him. You figured you had the 3 in your bag. Anyway, why not take a shot?
Well, this to tie the game, 40 yards from the left hash for Jordan Noyes. Noyes misses. Wide left. Nate Dreiling happy about that. Utah State hangs on to its lead. Still early in the 3rd quarter. Tomorrow on Fox, it's a full slate of some of the oldest rivalries in college football, starting with Michigan taking on number 2 Ohio State on Big Noon Saturday. Then Arizona State and Arizona square off for the Territorial Cup, followed by Farmageddon between Iowa State and Kansas State, all on Fox. Pretty long-standing rivalry here between Utah State and Colorado State. They first met in 1902. Bryson Barnes looks to throw on 1st down for Utah State. Now he escapes. A flag comes in from the defensive backfield, and Barnes picks up 3 to the 25 if it stands.
I think they're going to hold.
Holding. Defense, number 15. 10-yard penalty. That's added to end the run. 1st down.
That's Aiden Hector. So that jump starts the Utah State drive. Back-to-back 3-and-outs for Utah State's offense after they were rolling for much of the first half.
Penalty will give Utah State a 1st and 10 at the 35.
Faison motioned out of the backfield, and Barnes swings it his way. Faison eventually broken down by Chase Wilson, and he had some help in Green. 2nd down.
I thought he could have got that out to him a little quicker, gave him a little more time, but in that instance, if you're Faison, understand the situation, catch it, get north-south immediately. Don't dance and allow the cavalry to get there.
2nd down, backside pressure. Will Prendergast with the sack. 3rd and long on a loss of 4.
Big time play by Prendergast. See the ET twist there. He gets around the edge, upfield.
Prendergast did not have a sack on the season coming into this game. He's got a sack and a half now.
That was a big time play, playing in place of Cam Barreto.
3rd and long. It's Kyrese White. And a fine tackle made by Aiden Hector after just a 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
It's nice. They set up a little tunnel screen inside. Could have gotten a hold there. But Hector doing a nice job of shooting the legs and getting Kyrese White on the ground. Kyrese White on the ground.
Kotzenle to punt. Kobe Johnson deep to receive. High hanging kick. That bounces inside the 30. And that's a loose ball. It was touched by Colorado State. Incredibly, there is a flag on the play.
Wow.
Colorado State falls on a loose ball.
Colorado State recovers.
That's a great job by Myers. Dagan Myers. I mean, just hustle play. Get
During
down.
the kick, holding, return team, a 10-yard penalty, the first man in the spot, or excuse me, the recovery spot. First down, Colorado State.
It was a great punt by Kotzenle. It hits Isaiah Asisima, and it turned into a free-for-all. Colorado State ball. Welcome back. 8:42 to play third quarter in Fort Collins. 16-13 Utah State over Colorado State. And Colorado State lucky to get the ball back after the punt bounces up and catches Isaiah Asisima by surprise. Punt was recovered. The fumble was recovered by Colorado State. But poor starting field position for the Rams. Ball inside their own 10. Handoff, Avery Morrow. Out across the 10-yard line and brought down by Sioloa Lolohea along with Jaden Pearson. 3-yard gain.
And that play looked like it had more on the bone, more meat on the bone than it did. But a good job of recovering, keeping it to a minimal gain.
Slot right, pistol set. Low snap. Fowler Nicolosi complete. Armani Winfield at the 16-yard line, and Utah State attempted to convince everyone that the ball was stripped. No one bought it. It's third down.
You've really got to. You have to see the field corner outside. He's throwing him right into the pressure. And there's definitely not a fumble, but you got to see that.
Rams need the 20. Third down here. Low throw, and it's incomplete. A forward pass. No fumble. Winfield the intended target, and just like that, a 3-and-out for Colorado State. No one wants to grab control of the momentum in the third quarter.
I'm glad you said it. No one wants to take care of business. And Colorado State came into the half with all the momentum, especially after getting Utah State off the field. But you've got to pitch and catch. You got to, the simple throws you got to make. You got to really be patient and make the right throw.
Friendly bounce for Colorado State off the foot of Patty Turner.
There's no way they're going to call a foul. They're going to.
Oh, they called a foul.
They called it on Kyrese White, the Utah State player, or excuse me, the CSU player was trying to throw him at the ball, and he just grabbed the dude and threw him. I mean, you got to see both parts. They're both involved.
Personal foul, face mask, Utah State, number 23. That's 15-yard penalty. First down, Utah State. Timeout on the field.
With this penalty, it's essentially a net punt of 63 yards. Utah State backed up now. Still a 3-point game. No one scored since halftime. And here again is what's at stake for Colorado State. If they beat Utah State today and UNLV loses tomorrow to Nevada, Colorado State meets Boise State in the Mountain West title game. Either way, it's been a huge season of progress for head coach Jay Norvell in his 3rd season in Fort Collins. He has the Rams bowl eligible for the first time in 7 years. And Bryson Barnes carries the rock, the quarterback for Utah State, on first down. Picked up a yard. Jack Howell on the tackle. But said it has been an ugly 3rd quarter. 55 yards of combined offense and 49 yards of penalties. 2nd down, throw into the flat. Grant Page hit hard on his way out of bounds by Drew Rodriguez. 3-yard gain.
Good to see Grant out playing. Started his career at home here down at CU, but found a home in Utah State.
Barnes on 3rd down picks up a first down with his legs for Utah State.
And that's what we hadn't seen much. Final drive of the 2nd quarter between he and Faison, just carrying the load, putting pressure on the defense.
Barnes again gets stuck by Owen Long, but he falls forward and picks up 5 on first down. So Barnes over the century mark. Not quite over the century mark with his legs. He has over 100 yards passing, but 93 yards rushing. Here comes 2nd and 5. To the sideline, it is caught by Otto Tia, short of the first down, but not by much.
I got to tell you how great of a job that was by Otto Tia to go back to the football. If he just stands there, you allow for an undercut, but this is a really good job of coming back to a short throw, making sure it's complete, getting a completion, giving yourself a manageable 3rd down.
First down, Bryson Barnes. Oh, he stays on his feet, but couldn't stay in bounds. He is a load to bring down.
They list him at 205, but he runs a lot stronger than that. But you see patience, good kick out by the tight end, Sturzer. And I mean, he nearly stays in bounds and keeps rolling upfield.
Barnes, the first quarterback in program history with back-to-back 100-yard rushing games. From midfield, first carry of the day for Derek Jameson, the sophomore transfer from Iowa Central Community College. Picks up 4.
We're starting to see a little bit of turn in the middle, right? Getting a QB run kind of gets you off of your spot a little bit on the defensive side. You're on your heels a little bit. You can't be over aggressive. Everyone has their responsibilities, but we're still human. We want to make plays. When you get hands on guys, you want to get back there and find the QB. You're looking for him to run, they're going to slip it to the back. They're doing a nice job of mixing it up with the QB run on this drive.
It's Jameson with a first down run. Took a shot from Dylan Phelps, but picks up 7 to move the sticks.
Jack Howell, the tackle for the Rams, first down.
Good tough run. And Phelps is still down.
Phelps hit him with his shoulder, it looked like. Worth noting, though, that, and we'll take a look at the injury again here on the run by Jameson. Oh, he kind of squared him up, hit his noggin, really, against Jameson.
Against the hip and leg area. That's a strong area of the body. He's running through, though, trying to put his body on the line out here for his brothers. I mean, this team wants this 8th win badly.
So Dylan Phelps injured as he tackles Derek Jameson, the running back for Utah State. Worth noting that we have not seen Utah State's bell cow, Rasul Faison, on this drive. hence the touches for Jamison. Jamison had just 12 carries on the season coming into this game. He's got 2 on this drive. Here's 1st and 10, and Barnes gets dropped. A fine play made by Noor Gatkuth. Defensive end for Colorado State, loss of 2.
That's a good job. Understanding the assignment, knowing you had help from your linebacker to come over the top and get the back. He was decisive. Great play by Gatkuth.
2nd and 12. Barnes over the middle, threads the needle to his tight end, Josh Sturzer.
Another first down.
12 yards on 2nd and 12.
It's a nice little curl flat concept. Good job by Sturzer settling in the hole.
Here's a reverse. Page on the end around. It looked like he considered throwing the football. Instead, he's knocked out of bounds by Henry Blackburn. A positive gain on 1st down.
Go, you've got space. Get downhill and run. It looks like he's trying to settle to throw the ball like you talked about, but man, go. As soon as you know it's not there, tuck that thing and go get some yards.
Could have doubled his gain at least on that play with more decisiveness. Either way, it's a 4-yard pickup and the 12th play of the drive here for Utah State. Barnes on a keeper.
Yeah, he's tough. It just runs through an arm tackle. That looked like it was going to be snuffed out in the backfield.
3rd and short. Barnes right up the gut. To the 15, a 1st down for Utah State.
Bryson Barnes is the quarterback keeper. Good for Utah State.
Good job by Falapelu Alu, really up in the front, giving him that lane.
On 1st down, Jamison torn down by Gatkuth. Minimal gain at 2nd and long.
Second down and
Barnes deals, caught. Otto Tia, touchdown, Utah State.
pass complete to Otto Tia, Utah State touchdown.
They've lulled them to sleep, and you get that tandem outside. You ride it in, one inside, one up the boundary. Easy read, great throw, puts it right on them.
We saw some lightning strikes for Utah State in the 1st half. This was a marathon drive. 6 minutes off the clock, 15 plays, 79 yards. Cragen for the point after try. It's good.
1:07 remaining in quarter number 3. Utah State 23.
Beautiful read and throw right in stride in the pocket. Tia with the 6.
Bryson Barnes, Utah State's quarterback, leads the Aggies down the field for the first touchdown drive of the half. Here's some big deals from today's game, sponsored by Walmart Black Friday Deals. Shop deals now. Barnes with 252 total yards today. He had 332 total yards of offense against San Diego State last weekend. Said, I remember we talked before the game, is it unfair to expect Barnes to play lights out for a 2nd week in a row? And I mean, he's playing great once again for the Aggies. Here's Kobe Johnson on the kick return. Johnson still in bounds and knocked down around the 35-yard line. Good return of 33 yards for Johnson. And it's 1st and 10, Colorado State.
It's a great effort. See a hat on a hat. Good job leading out in front. Tell you what, Monty Winfield does a great job blocking. Very solid player.
He's been the favorite target of Braden Fowler-Nicolosi today as well, 6 catches. As Colorado State starts this drive at the 35. Fowler-Nicolosi pats the rock, and it's jarred loose and intercepted by Jaden Francois. He goes all the way for a touchdown. Utah State with a game-wrecking play. 39-yard pick six.
And again, you have to read the field corner up top. He just settles, comes right off. How many times have we seen that today? 3 times at least. He settles, comes off. You've got to read him. If he's coming down to play you out, you have to go elsewhere with the ball. That's a great play out front. I believe it was J.D. Drew.
Jarred the ball loose from Jamari Person. Cragen's point after try is good. And Jaden Francois, with his first interception of the season, makes it a pick six.
I mean, you look at it, your eyes have got to go outside. Great job by J.D. Drew to give him just an open step look and then come downhill. But you've got to find the field corner. Anytime you're running any out routes, you have to find the field corner. Great job by Drew there to drive through the receiver, knock that ball up in the air for the pick six.
Well, this much maligned Utah State defense on the season, averaging over 37 points per game allowed. That's 129th in the country, but we showed you the numbers over the last 2 games. This defense is playing really good right now.
And after the play, they're offsetting on sportsmanlike conduct fouls. Number 55 of Colorado State, and number 49 of Utah State. The stalls offset. Try was good.
And here's the deal, though. You had all those young players trying to figure some things out. But again, you see them just drive. And you've got to find the field corner if you want to throw that out. You can't stare at the out and throw it. I mean, that's a great burst right there. And Coach Dryland, defensive guy, you know what I mean, has these guys playing. Had a chance to speak with him and Coach Bobby McMillan. And although they're young, these guys have gotten better and better, right? They're down to their 3s in some spots. And they've continued to improve and get better as a team. What can you say about the improvement? I mean, it's just been kind of lights out the last few weeks. You average 31 points a game on offense. You should have better than four wins. And over the course of the last 3 games, they've played lights out defensively.
Complimentary football indeed. So back to work for Braden Fowler-Nicolosi. A tough luck interception on his stat line. And interim head coach Nate Dreiling, we talked to him this week. He's started to have conversations for the first time with the athletic director and the Utah State administration about his future with this program, removing the interim tag and making him the outright head coach. He wants to be the head coach of this program, thinks that there are a lot of good things about it, and he's building a great case here late in the season. Fowler-Nicolosi airs this one out for Dane Olson, who's had a whale of a game and makes another great catch at the 36-yard line of Utah State.
This is a great throw right here. He drops this thing right in the bucket. Great throw, good coverage, but not good enough. You can't run with me, Olson says. Right over the top. That's a beautiful throw and catch.
First and 10 at the Utah State 36.
Dane Olson, his last catch was the longest play of the game for Colorado State. This one is as well, 39 yards. First and 10, it's Marshall on the carry. Marshall hit by Mike Larson at the hip. But a gain of 9 on first down for Colorado State, and Marshall got hit in a tough spot.
See him holding his hip there on the right side.
With 1 second remaining in the third quarter.
Watch this finish by number 6. Right through the hip. He felt it as well.
Yeah, Marshall had a full head of steam and was stopped suddenly. Marshall, a redshirt freshman, took his first college snaps, meaningful college snaps this season, and has got 2 100-yard rushing games this season, including one in the season opener against Texas. So he's a big piece of Colorado State's future.
When you get 100 yards rushing against Texas with that D-line, like,
that gets you noticed.
it does, in a hurry.
Believe it or not, he was not even named Mountain West Freshman Player of the Week that week. He was 2 weeks ago with a 104-yard effort against Wyoming in a huge rivalry game, Colorado State and Wyoming. And hopefully it's just cold and that hit really stings and it's nothing more serious than that. That's the final play of the third quarter. Utah State up 30-13, but Colorado State is on the move on Senior Day, not willing to go down without a fight. Sun beginning to dip behind us, and the winter gear is out for the Colorado State Marching Band, who's been on point today, trying to urge the Rams on to a come-from-behind win that'll have to take place in the fourth quarter. Utah State with 14 points in the third, the only points of the third scored by Utah State, including a defensive touchdown as well. But Colorado State has the ball at the Utah State 27 on a 2nd and 1 here as we begin the fourth. And some razzle-dazzle. Armani Winfield throws it away. And it could have been a lot worse for Colorado State, but now it's 3rd and short.
See the reverse, and they're trying to run a little corner route. Receiver up top has got to do a better job of selling the stock block. That's, again, we talked about some of these guys being young, not understanding the little nuances that it requires to do some of these things.
Illegally ground the ball. Therefore, we have a foul for intentional grounding. Offense, number 1. The penalty for that foul is lost it down. It's following that foul. 2nd down.
Did it not get back to the line of scrimmage?
Correction, 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and long. Now 3rd and 10. And we'll see what Colorado State draws up here, trying to extend this drive. A touchdown, all but necessary. Morrow taken down by John Miller and some help from the lineman Gabriel Iniguez Jr. 4th down.
Well, you knew it was 4-down territory, so you still have the opportunity to run the ball.
4th down and 6 from the 32.
Man, I'm trying to find 81. There's not one dude out there that looks like can run with him. Now he's got man-to-man coverage up top in the slot.
Tyler Nicolosi on 4th down. Deep middle. You bet. And he was looking for 81, as you expected, said Dane Olson.
Pass interference. Defense, number 24. 15-yard penalty, an automatic, first down.
Puts a lot of strain on your linebacker to have to, your safety, Jordan Vincent. But all he's got to do is run with him. Don't shove, just run. Turn and run. That's a good call.
So the ball in the red zone now for Colorado State. Morrill on the ground. Thrown down by Ike Larson, and it's second down.
Tackled by number 6, Ike Larson, at the 13-yard line. Second down.
Person in the slot, and Morrow behind the quarterback, Fowler Nicolosi. Now Person in motion. Fowler Nicolosi, complete to the tight end, Vince Brown. The big man hauls the mail over the goal line for a Colorado State touchdown.
See, they're going to go for 2 here. But well-designed play. Get everybody moving. You're booting out. And look at the patience by Brown. He allows the defense to overcommit to the field. Comes back underneath on a delay cross.
12-yard touchdown catch for Vince Brown II, a JUCO national champion at DuPage Community College. Fowler Nicolosi, the 2-point try. What a catch by Jamari Person. It's good.
Wow.
A shame that's only worth 2.
Fantastic catch, good design. You overload the side, you get it back, and watch the ladder being climbed by Person. Oh my goodness. One-hand stab for 6. Welcome back to Kansas State, and the Rams get back in this game. Watch a naked bootleg, and you see Vince Brown just being patient, comes around and makes a shoestring grab, fights his way to the zone for the 6, and here's the great grab at the back line. I wanted to give him 6. It was only worth 2.
That's right.
That's just how it works. My math is off, but that catch was fantastic by Mr. Person.
Braden Fowler Nicolosi found his Person in the back of the end zone for the 2-point try. Kyrese White waves at that one as it sails by, and it's first down and 10 for Utah State. 13.5 minutes to go in the game, and Utah State still a 2-score cushion.
Well, this is a big drive, right? You got to keep the pressure on the Rams. Burn some of this clock. Be mindful of what you're doing with the football if you're Mr. Barnes here.
136 yards passing, 116 yards rushing for Bryson Barnes, the quarterback. And there's a chunk play for about 10 for Herschel Turner Jr., but there is a flag on the play. Utah State has been penalized 6 times tonight. Colorado State 9 times.
But the yardage is kind of close. Utah State's had some big ones.
Right.
Mostly 15-yarders.
Good point.
There are 2 fouls on the play. During the run, holding, number 54, offense, that 10-yard penalty forced from the spot of the foul. After a play, sportsmanlike conduct, Colorado State, number 30, for tripping an opponent. That 15-yard penalty is enforced after the holding foul. That's number 30's first sportsmanlike conduct foul of the game. By rule, automatic first down.
Yeah, because it's a dead ball, those penalties don't offset. So you go back 10 and come back 15. Automatic first down.
It boils down to an 11-yard gain for Utah State. They had the ball at the 25. Now it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Turner is still the tailback. It's the second drive now Utah State is without Rasul Faison, its leading running back. Turner, and an ankle tackle is made by Jack Howell, the captain, after a pickup of 5 at 2nd down.
Well, I could see Faison down on the sideline behind the offensive coaches there. Not sure if he's scratched for some reason, but Turner doing a nice job replacing him at the moment.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Turner, no gain. Here's Faison, the 1,000-yard rusher this season for Utah State. He's picked up 56 yards today on the ground on just 10 carries. Meanwhile, there's an injured Colorado State Ram on the field. It's the defensive lineman Will Prendergast. And will step aside. Utah State with the lead and the football. Sunday on Fox, 2 of the NFC's best go head-to-head as Kyler Murray and the Cardinals take on Justin Jefferson and the Vikings, or the Bucs battle the Panthers, plus other regional action. Check local listings for the game in your area only on Fox. It's 3rd down and 5 here. Black Friday special, Utah State, Colorado State. Bryson Barnes, 1st down and more. Whacked at the 50-yard line by Gat Kuth after a 9-yard gain.
See him empty the box, go empty, and now it's just a numbers game. You've got quarterback one-on-one with a defender. He's able to run away from that defender and get the extra yards. But it doesn't look pretty all the time when he's running, but he's collecting yards.
1st and 10, Herschel Turner. Jack Howell wraps him up first. Another good gain on the ground on 1st down for Utah State. Utah State over 200 yards on the ground. A little bit of tempo here now as Bryson Barnes checks over to the sideline.
Pule Alo is doing a great job in the middle of this running game.
Oh, but that play was blown up. Bryson Barnes held onto it, and Andrew Lorick knocks him on his backside.
Maybe one. He might want to hand this one off. Give it to your back. But penetration kills there.
Lorick's nickname is Cuts because he's the team barber. We heard he may even have been working on Thanksgiving today. This year, I should say, yesterday.
Yeah, it's game day almost, right? Day before the game, you got to be working on some cuts.
I hope he was tipped handsomely. 3rd and 10, and a false start on Utah State.
Makes me nervous for CSU here as they're talking about this. What it looked like it was automatic. Is CSU.
Ball start. Offense, number 72. 5-yard penalty. Remain 3rd down.
Concerned with them giving disconcerting signals, right?
Yes.
And making calls at the line of scrimmage. Not the case.
Utah State, for as well as they've played against a bowl team on the road, just 1 yard off their season high in penalty yardage. 3rd and long. Barnes keeps it. He tries to go aerial, and he may have the 1st down. Incredible.
The effort. Look at the long ride outside. It expands that defense, but the effort is fantastic. Bryson Barnes putting the cape on.
Now 136 yards passing and 135 rushing for Barnes. Superman-like. Here's Turner. Brought down at the 36, gain of 4.
Really good tackle in space. Aiden Hector.
Barnes throws a rocket, and Grant Page dropped it.
You've got to make this catch. Got to make this catch.
Could not be more open. I wonder if...
Not sure if he couldn't see it or not.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
I mean, for it to hit him in the forearm and him not even to get mitts on it.
It's an awkward time for lighting. The lights are on. There's still some natural light left.
Man, that one hurts. That's a big one.
Defense only have 11 players on the field. It's on a further review.
We'll check and see if Colorado State had too many on the field.
This is the second time this has come up. At one point in the first quarter, they assessed Colorado State a 12 men on the field penalty after the play had been completed and they were lined up to run the next play.
That is a first. I hadn't seen that. A retro penalty. That's clean. It looks clean. I didn't see 12.
After review, Colorado State had 13 players on the field. By rule, that's a foul for illegal substitution. A 5-yard penalty is enforced on the previous spot of the main second down.
13.
Not 12, but 13. Where am I missing? Oh, two guys on the bottom of the screen here running off the field. And that's a tough one.
Here's the run to Turner, and he picks up a first down for Utah State, tackled by James Mitchell with some help from Dom Jones. Utah State lines up quickly.
And at what point do you maybe take your time, allow this play clock to get down? Just start taking time. You're not icing the game by any stretch here, but
Barnes keeps it, breaks a tackle, and is finally tripped up by Howell. Gain of 8, it's second and short.
he's flat out been the best player on the field today. Barnes has.
The give to Herschel Turner Jr., the freshman from Richmond, California. Nothing on the play.
Herschel Turner, the ball carrier.
Aiden Hector with the tackle. There is a flag down.
Holding. Offense, number 60. 10-yard penalty. And our main second down.
That's a tough one. If you're the O-line coach, that's a tough one to take.
Now a season high in penalty yardage for Utah State. Turner lost the football. It is loose. It is still loose. And it's picked up by Boone Jock. Colorado State football.
That's the one thing you couldn't do, is fumble the ball Second down here. See, this is Hector with the hit. Right there. See Hector fold inside right there. Right off the edge. Boom. That's a great play, number 15.
That was a great play.
Aiden Hector with the shot off the edge.
That's his second forced fumble of the season. And for Jock, he recovers his second fumble. And Colorado State, with 8 minutes and 3 timeouts, down 9. Starts this drive from the 26. Person in motion. Morrow on the carry. And Morrow hit by Iniguez in the hole. Along with Isaiah Bruce on that defensive front for Utah State at second down. Got a yard. Colorado State last week fell down early to Fresno State. They made a late comeback attempt, but it fell short because they ran out of time. What will happen here as DJ Graham breaks up that pass intended for Armani Winfield to set up 3rd and 9?
You know who they're not going to be playing really close on? Olsen. He's beat him over the top for a bunch of throws.
Hit him underneath.
Hit him underneath. He's going to be open. That's great coverage. He's super tight. DJ Graham contesting that throw.
Olsen's in the slot top of your screen. Fowler Nicolosi. The pocket collapses and he throws it out of bounds. 4th down. You got 3 timeouts. What do you think? Punt it here? You hate to squander the takeaway that your defense generated, but the ball is only at your own 27. Offense stays on the field.
3 timeouts. I may punt this thing. Now, if you're concerned that you can't stop them defensively, you must go for this.
Here we go. 4th and 9. Fowler Nicolosi. It's caught by the man of the game, Dane Olsen. A career night for the grad senior. 30 more yards for Dane Olsen.
As much as I've been on Fowler Nicolosi for not reading coverage, look at this ball right here. That is a dot. Right to Olsen. Great throw.
And here's Tommy Maher, who catches it in the flat and scoots inside the 40-yard line to the 39, 2nd down. But Dane Olsen, after that 30-yard completion, now has 140 yards through the air and a touchdown on 5 catches. His previous single-game career high for yards receiving was 45.
Wow.
He had 130 yards all season entering this game.
Watch Tommy Maher in the slot as well. He's a good player, good speed.
Over the middle, it's Person, wide open. And the ankle tackle made by Vincent. But another 1st down for Colorado State after 22 more.
Seeing this wide cover 2, the middle's wide open. Another great ball in space.
It's Ross. Blockers. Stiff arm. Touchdown. Jordan Ross makes it a 1-score game.
Gotta love this tempo. Dual screen, both sides. He chooses the left side, good matchups, and you gotta bring your own blocker sometimes. Ross does just that with the stiff arm. And what that takes is an accurate throw so he can catch and get upfield immediately. Ball right on the money from Fowler Nicolosi.
Noyes hits the point after try. And it is 30-28. Utah State's lead has been sliced to a deuce. 6:03 to play, and the Rams have life. Utah State has led this game at one point 13-0 and later 30-13 going into the fourth quarter. Rams have ripped off 15 unanswered and have made it 30-28 on the heels of a 22-yard touchdown catch by Jordan Ross, the freshman, to cap a 7-play, 74-yard drive, and the Rams got downfield in a hurry under 2 minutes. Utah State's high-octane offense has stalled in the second half. They have more penalty yardage than offensive yardage in the second half. This is Kyrese White, who gets spun down a couple of times, and a flag comes in from the back judge, who was 25 yards away from the play.
I think he threw his shoulder out, tried to throw it, but he threw that thing hard.
He's got a great arm. White was contacted a couple of times, and one of them may have been a hit by the head or to the head.
During the return, holding, number 20, the return team. Continuing on penalty, forcing the spot of the foul. First down, Utah State.
Instead, it's a hold. And that backs Utah State up to the 11 to start this drive. Another penalty against the Aggies.
It's going to end up being their undoing unless they can settle the ship and get it right. There's far too many penalties. They were in control of this game, and now you've given a team that's actually playing for something life, momentum, a sense of urgency.
Said Rasul Faison is back in the game for Utah State. He's missed the Aggies' last couple of drives. He jumpstarts this drive with a solid run on first down to the 18. Boom Jock on the tackle at second and short.
It's a gain of 7, second down 3.
Utah State, as they've been doing in this fourth quarter, hustling to the line and then bleeding the play clock. Barnes looking for Faison, and the ball sticks into the hands of the running back out of the backfield. Tackle made by Owen Long, and it's a Utah State first down.
This is a good throw. Just kind of gave him no choice but to catch it, put it on his body on the angle route. Faison just shows you why he's the dude and will possibly have a chance to play on Sundays. Great hands, patient runner.
He's touched the ball on all 3 plays of this drive for Utah State. Nearly dragged down by Dom Jones, but a flag came in.
Another hold.
Penalty flag on the play.
Holding, offense, number 60, taking a penalty, and remains second down. Correction first.
Wyatt Bowles is having a tough time. Yeah, you can't do that. You got to stay low and drive out.
He
and
incriminated
then you
himself.
throw your hands up like I didn't do it.
124 penalty yards for Utah State in this game. Faison to the 17-yard line, second and long. Dominic Morris on the tackle. Defensive coordinator Freddie Banks for Colorado State in his 3rd season. And this one's turned into a nail-biter. Barnes deals complete. Intercepted. It's intercepted by Dominic Morris. A massive takeaway for Colorado State.
Here's the deal, though. As bad as it seems, with 3 minutes and some change, bad as it looks, if he just gets it on the opposite side, but a great job of falling off by Dominic Morris. Reads the QB's eyes, falls off of the underneath route for the takeaway. You're on the 20-yard line. Playing defense here. You've got time. You've got all 3 timeouts. So worst case scenario, you hold to a field goal. Best case scenario, you get a stop if you're the Aggies.
An incredible turn of events as Colorado State's defense with consecutive takeaways on Utah State drives. From the 19, Colorado State has not led in this game. Avery Morrow. Iniguez got a handful of his jersey. He escaped and didn't get much further. Kean Sloan and Jaden Pearson finished the play, and it's second down.
Bringing extra big in the game here. But if you're CSU, you do not want to score too quickly if you can help it.
Morrow shakes off a tackler. He's short of the end zone. In fact, ruled out of bounds at the 4. Pearson on the tackle. A 13-yard gain for Morrow.
See, they bring the big tackle around the tight end. It's a counter play, nice job, and he just runs through contact. You see him step out of bounds there at the 4. But tough run. So yards have been tough to get by Morrow. He's only averaging just under 3 yards per carry, but he's continued to just grind and grind.
That was his longest run of the game. It's 1st and goal for the Rams. Fowler Nicolosi scores! Touchdown, Colorado State! They lead for the first time in this game. 2:32 to play.
Wow. And this is a product of not just believing the quarterback's going to run the ball, right? You catch him frozen there. Everyone has that responsibility. The edge players. But Nicolosi, good enough athlete to run, and he's better than he shows because he does not run the ball very often.
He does have 4 rushing touchdowns on the season now as Noyes hits the extra point to make it 22 unanswered for Colorado State.
The linebacker up top has got to fold and stay home. His eyes get bad. You're never going to make that play on the other side of the field. You got to stay home and make the play. Fowler Nicolosi takes advantage of it. He's been lights out in the 4th quarter.
And now how does Utah State respond? They play from behind for the first time in this game. And interesting that Colorado State didn't go for 2. Had they converted, they'd have been up 6. And would have at least forced Utah State to make an extra point had the Aggies scored a touchdown to tie. That's water under the bridge now. Bryson Barnes threw a critical interception deep in Utah State territory to set up the go-ahead touchdown drive for Colorado State. White signals for a fair catch in the end zone. It's been a 3-touchdown 4th quarter for Colorado State.
See the throwback cross to Vinnie Brown. The screenplay outside to Jordan Ross. And the keeper by Fowler Nicolosi on the zone read. Giving Utah State a bit of their own medicine there.
What a finish in the final regular season game, final weekend of the regular season, and a false start called on Utah State.
5-yard penalty. Makes 1st down.
It's going to be on Rasul Faison. just have stopped being in control of what's happening.
Yeah.
This team was in control, then the holding, the false starts, the penalties just start creeping in.
The turnovers. First and 15 from the 20. Barnes. Slant, tipped, and incomplete. Otto Tia was the intended wide receiver.
It's fortunate that wasn't taken away as well. You could have thrown the ball outside wide to your back. If you're staring at it that long, never a good thing.
Second and 15. Barnes with time. And he flips it out of bounds with James Mitchell in hot pursuit.
Where are the white jerseys working? Working to get back to him.
Third and long. Utah State has all of its timeouts plus the 2-minute timeout. Aggies are 7 of 12 on third down in this game. Barnes tripped up. Andrew Lorick brings up fourth down.
Lorick does a nice job of just having enough vision. He just plays through a block to get there.
They go for it on fourth down. Barnes for Tia. It's caught, but short.
He's short.
By less than a yard.
That's it.
That is the 2-minute timeout.
Colorado State thinks it's their football.
So he's absolutely short of the line of the game.
You can see that from the press box. He needed the 35-yard line, and he's less than a yard short.
Warner was tackled short of the line of the game. Ball goes over on downs. First down, Colorado State.
And you see it every weekend, right? You got to push your depth plus two, and get enough for the first down. You settle, and then you have to step back through. Colorado State says thank you very much.
An improbable fourth quarter comeback for Colorado State as they lead Utah State 35-30 with 2 minutes to play. If you're tuning in looking for Big Ten women's volleyball between Ohio State and number 15 Minnesota, you can see that match right here on FS1 as soon as we're done. But that match is starting now on FS2. Colorado State can end this game with some clock management and ball control offense. That's a good start with Avery Morrow, one of the seniors honored on Senior Day, getting the drive started at second down.
You know, it's needed 12 yards for the first. You can't settle right at the sticks. You got to press +2 minimum, right? And then he has to wait on the ball and then come back to it. No chance to get that first down.
Utah State needed 10 yards on that fourth down try. They got 9.5.
You got to give yourself some room.
So a timeout by Utah State with a 2nd and 4 coming up. And you and I looked at each other in the 2-minute timeout set, and we're both still processing how this game has changed. Utah State led 30-13 at the start of the fourth quarter.
Well, turnovers, right? Turnovers, penalties. I think the initial fumble, as Utah State was marching down, we talked to marching down to put a dagger in the Rams. The Rams cause a fumble, come back and get another turnover.
Morrow on 2nd and 4. Lowers his head into Isaiah Bruce and picks up a yard. It's third down. Another timeout called by Utah State.
You know, this team's played really well, Utah State, towards the end of the year. And talk about losing your head coach in July. And no one leaving. None of the players leaving. All the players decided to stay, including Jalen Royals. Tremendous job to keep those young men on campus and keep them involved, and they've all continued to play for this coaching staff. So we'll see what the next 24 hours, 48 hours has in store for Coach Dreiling, but these young men have played their tails off for him.
Only 33 years old. He graduated from college not even 11 years ago after a great college career at Pittsburgh State, D2 in Kansas.
National champ there, son of a coach, you know, all those things.
It's 3rd and 2. Colorado State needs a first down to bleed the clock. That was awkward.
I'll start.
I don't know if there were 4 flags there. 4 officials saw something.
Everyone but the center. Offense.
That's why there was 4. Hey, exactly 4. Right guard, right tackle. Left guard, left tackle.
Right.
Yeah, just not the time to get cute.
There have been 233 penalty yards in this game. That's the 6th most in a game this season. Anyway, that was a break for Utah State. A 3rd and 2 becomes a 3rd and 7. Fowler Nicolosi under center. Pitch, Morrow. And he's pushed out of bounds short of the sticks. Finished off by Jordan Vincent. And it's 4th down.
It looked like he was trying to go down to stay in bounds.
4th and 2, and you think Colorado State should kick a field goal here?
I would take the points. Maybe I run up and try to get him to jump. But we've got guys going the wrong direction.
Colorado State, they take the first charge timeout of the half, 30 seconds.
Chance to talk things over in the Colorado State huddle. Quarterback Braden Fowler Nicolosi talking to his head coach Jay Norvell, his offensive coordinator Matt Mumme wearing the white hat. Again, a win for Colorado State, and they'll keep their hopes alive for a berth in the Mountain West Championship game. They still need UNLV to lose to Nevada tomorrow. Jay Norvell told us that in the event Colorado State wins, everyone in the Rams locker room will become the biggest Nevada fans in the country, which is an odd role reversal for Jay Norvell, who was once the head coach at Nevada. It's 4th and 2. Fowler Nicolosi, it's complete. Brown, first down, touchdown. His 2nd touchdown grab of the game, 2nd of the quarter. And Colorado State is going to come from behind and win this game.
This is a beautiful play here, a little split Y leak. See the action, he rolls to it, it's just a little flip. You get the end out leveraged, and at worst, you're going to get the first down there. All he had to do was make sure the catch.
Noyes hits it good on the point after try. 42-30. Colorado State, they have scored 28 points in the 4th quarter. And Nate Dreiling, you'd have to imagine, is a little bit in shock.
Well done, well executed play. And you saw Nicolosi Fowler on the sideline, or Fowler Nicolosi, who's been the Superman of the fourth quarter, literally pleading with his head coach to run that play. You could see he wanted that play to be run. And he comes out and executes it. Great job.
Braden Fowler Nicolosi with 370 passing yards today, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. 31 of 46 throwing the football today. He also rushed for a touchdown.
I think the reason is you get behind 30-13, you got to start spreading it around, but you see what they're capable of doing when they do need to get into that mode. Weren't able to complete the comeback last week, but this week, man, they have just run away in this fourth quarter.
Fair catch called for by Herschel Turner. And it's Utah State football at the 25. They have not scored in the fourth quarter. They've watched Colorado State score 29 points in just over 13 minutes.
They made it look easy. Made it look easy. The Aggies gave them some help.
Barnes caught. It's Page to the 31-yard line. Utah State with 1 timeout left. They typically run a high-tempo attack, so this suits their DNA. Barnes up the middle. He's got a first down, knocked down by Jack Howell.
Tell you what, he looked like the best player on the field through the third quarter. And Fowler Nicolosi has snatched the cape, taking it for himself.
Barnes a long throw into the flat to Faison, who's got a block from Tia and steps out of bounds after a 10-yard gain. No, a 9-yard gain. He stepped out just shy of picking up a first down. The clock does stop, however, and on 2nd and 1, Barnes complete to Kyrese White. That's a Utah State first down into Colorado State territory.
Said bounced, no catch.
Incomplete. 3rd down.
Pass is incomplete. Brings us a 3rd down and 1.
56 seconds remaining. Barnes complete. Page the catch, and he stumbles inside the 35. First down, Utah State.
Good throw and catch. Good job of pass pro by the offensive line.
Barnes on the keeper. Tackled on the play by Kennedy McDowell. And Utah State calls its final timeout. It's 2nd down out of the timeout.
Tell you what, for CSU, the one thing you'd like to happen at this moment is to get a stop. Don't allow them to score another point. Finish the game the way you started this fourth quarter. Just playing as hard as you could. Now you're going to go again and root, right? You get out of here healthy. Get everybody, treatments, ready to go. Watch Nevada, watch the game tomorrow, the Cannon game, Nevada UNLV, and root for the Wolfpack. But getting out of here healthy is huge. Still more football to be played by the Rams.
39 seconds left. Utah State looking for an end zone shot here. Barnes runs instead. He slips the tackle by Dominic Morris and is still going inside the 5. What a hard run by Barnes to the 3. Owen Long saved the touchdown. The clock will stop to reset the chains.
Tackled by number 40 of the Rams, Owen Long.
A fake spike, end zone high, looking for Tia, and caught by a member of the ROTC squad.
Oh, it's incomplete. He bobbled it. He let it go. He didn't catch it. Those warm wool gloves aren't good for catching footballs.
No stick 'em.
Fake spike there. Oh.
Hit him in the hands, though.
Oh. And then he started rubbing his hands, right? You're too cold.
"21 seconds to play." Faison the tailback. Here's a blitz. Barnes incomplete, looking for Kyrese White. A flag comes in from underneath the goalpost.
Jack Howell on the coverage for the
I think
Rams.
they're going to get Jack Howell.
Penalty flag on the play.
Pass interference. Defense. By rule, the ball is placed at the 2-yard line. An automatic. First down.
He held him coming out of the break. You couldn't see it there, but out of his break on the out route, he was held.
Not that it matters, but it's first and goal. Barnes to the end zone, caught. Otto Tia, touchdown, Utah State. 14 seconds left.
Man, that is a tight window. Good coverage. Tom Jones all over that thing. But sometimes a throw is better than the coverage and the catch.
A 2-touchdown day for Otto Tia, the junior. Cragen for the point after try of little consequence. But it's 42-37, and Utah State still has a pulse.
It's faint unless something crazy happens. But man, when you watch that drive and they're able to go down right down the field, and you know, sometimes you get into
Please
prevent.
set the game clock to 15 seconds. 1-5.
You get into a little bit of a softer coverage so you don't give up a bust on a big play. But man,
I mean, these fourth quarter stats are a little misleading because Utah State has still outgained Colorado State, but look at the bottom, 29-7 points. The only category that matters in favor of Colorado State.
and the one we don't have up there is the two turnovers, right? The interception and the fumble. 14 points, man, off turnovers, and they capitalized.
Elliot Nimrod ready for the onside kick. And Colorado State is going to call a timeout. Utah State has won the last 5 games in this rivalry. Colorado State 15 seconds away from snapping that streak. As we mentioned, the 80th meeting between these two rivals, and one to remember. They were both known as Aggies once upon a time. Colorado State switched its name to the Rams in 1954. But two Ag schools right next door to each other.
Maybe the Four Corners Bowl, since, well, it's only 2 of the 4 corners. However, trying to come up with trophy names for this thing.
That's a good idea. You should workshop that. All right, here's Nimrod. Onside kick to the right. Bouncing. Loose. Utah State thinks they have it. And they do.
The pulse got a little stronger.
It's recovered by Ike Larson.
What a kick. How do you go across your body that way with that much pace?
My goodness.
Now he tries to go down and play it. Got to get your body down there low and smother that thing.
Ball at the 50. Utah State is out of timeouts. You mentioned that Braden Fowler-Nicolosi took the Superman cape from Bryson Barnes. It's been a quarterback duel here today. Will Barnes have the final answer?
Well, the one thing I'm not doing is giving up passes on the sideline. I don't want to allow them to get closer.
Barnes to the sideline. Is it intercepted? Yes! It is picked off by Dom Jones. And now it really should be over. Is that foot in bounds?
I don't know. Well, that's a tough throw to step around to your left and throw back to your right side of the field. I don't know if you're going to get a good look to change it. Good enough look to change it.
The left foot.
The left heel, it looks like. The toes in. Does the heel... Ooh, this will be a good look here. That's a tough one. It looks like the left heel maybe, but not a good enough look to tell to change it.
The ruling of the interception is under further review.
If the call on the field stands, it's Colorado State football and the game will end in 7 seconds. Is that inconclusive video evidence? Indisputable video evidence? It might be inconclusive.
Call the field stands. First down, Colorado State.
So there you go. The call stands. And now, Colorado State can run out the clock. And who's that said?
That's Mr. Torrey Holt.
Lost for the season with an injury. And he cannot play, but they put him on the field for the victory formation on Senior Day to cap a comeback for the ages. 42-37, Colorado State, the final score. They rip off 29 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to win and finish the regular season 8-4. Their chances at a berth in the Mountain West Championship game are still alive. What a great way to close out the final weekend of the regular season. We go right now to Big Ten Women's College Volleyball, Ohio State versus Minnesota.